Kal Halal, Yahal Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to the brethren. Just want to get into the etymology of the word mortgage and how getting a mortgage is fucking creating a nest egg here in America. Alright, and the scriptures is contrary to any type of debt and usury. This debt system, this wicked weights and balances of the Esau's monetary system and debt system, okay? And how it will ultimately lead you to your death, to be destroyed. It will destroy you, okay? To have to build Salakia, to build or to create any type of a thing that is gonna be stationary here when everything's gonna be burnt the fuck up. See, that's why the men of the Lord, they straight up dwelt in tents, so that you can pick up and bounce. They weren't really into having structures and shit like that. Yeah, the kings had their spots, but look at King David. He had to flee up out of there at one point, right? When they were being when there was an attempted overthrow of David's government, the king, the monarchy, the true monarchy. There was attempted overthrow, a usurp attempt by Absalom and shit, right? And he had to bounce. And it tells us in the scriptures about how we're going to be as pilgrims, and to when you see Jerusalem compassed with army, when you see these cities compassed with armies, we're going to have to get the fuck up out of these cities, man. Okay? But, you see our people in a lot. You see Issachar, most out of any of the tribes. You see Issachar fucking super proud here in America to get a house, man, and a white picket fucking fence, and to work fucking as a slave. Don't matter as much OT as Issachar can gobble up to support that, man. To have a fucking house, to have a home in a place and pretty much on sand, quicksand, man, on a place that's going to be destroyed. So let's just get into these scriptures and this etymon from Latin mortis, dead, and from the Old French gage, which is a pledge. So combination, dead pledge. Late Middle English from Old French, it's literally a dead pledge. A pledge of death. Okay, a pledge of destruction that's going to kill you. And the scriptures tell you that very thing. Because pretty much death is the only thing that's going to get you out of having to pay on that loan agreement, man, or a seizure of that property. All right. It says right here in Ecclesiastes 21:8, he that buildeth his house with other men's money is like one that gathereth himself stones for the tomb of his burial. This is a literal breakdown for the etymology of the true meaning of the word mortgage, literally. Because you are building or occupying, because it's likened into you building because you're constantly adding on to your crib, furnishing it, you're paying on it, all right? So him that does that procures property or a home with another man's money, which is exactly what a loan is, exactly what this lending system of debt, really it's not even lending system of borrowing and shit like that, which is outlined in the scriptures and is righteous. It's Esau's wicked debt system of usury and interest and all kind of other financial devices, man, and all kind of different pretty much like loopholes and clauses and all kind of factors and variables in his debt system, man. Super fucking wicked weights and balances, which is contrary to the Most High, which is abomination to the Heavenly Father, man, as it says in the scriptures. So he said, when another man's money, which is you're fucking you're borrowing from a financial institution that most likely it's because all of these corporations got their start and their seed money, if you will, which is your seed money is the money you get to start your shit, man. The seed, right, is something you put in the ground to grow your crop or your whatever it may be, which is exactly what seed money is fucking pretty much initial investment, or the venture capital, right? Skin in the game is the bread that's used to start your venture up, to start up your corporation, your company. All right, all these fucking corporations, major corporations, and pretty much all the financial institutions got their start from fucking slavery, off the backs of the blacks, off the backs of the so-called blacks, man, that got brought over here in cargo slave ships in the Middle Passage during the transatlantic slave trade to build up this empire with free labor. And then you establish your whole financial institution off of America's first assets, which were the slaves, which are the human resources, which is the most profitable resource, most profitable commodity on the planet, resource on the planet, man. Slaves, chattel slaves that you owned them, you owned their intellectual property, you owned goddamn their seed, their children, to come. So that's what this whole insurance and the stock market, NASDAQ, what is that, NYSE, the Nye pediment, okay? It was all established off of the rape, robbery, and murder and slavery of the blacks, and then subsequently the Latinos and Native Americans, man. Because you got up big time, you got up monetarily by exploiting the Native Americans, stealing all their wealth and gold and precious commodities, gems, property. God damn it, man. So this place is destined for destruction, man. So how could it be that you're gonna build up something here? It's fucking madness, man. And we could really expound and go super deep into it, but let's just continue on with these pre's. Says so the other men's money is the lending institutions, these banks, these wicked ass banks that get their money off of usury, and a lot of them, most of them, are owned by the goddamn Khazars, the goddamn Amalekites, our primary enemy, and which is off the backs of slavery, okay, and ill-gotten gains and super wicked means, man. So that's what you're using. It's dirty fucking money, man. It's blood-soaked money. Does it talk about he that builds a town with blood, that he will be destroyed? Woe to him that buildeth the town with blood. You're building your fucking home with blood, with bloody money, man. See, it's so multifaceted. Getting a fucking mortgage, man, and getting a nest egg, a home, a white picket fence, a fucking a nest egg here in America or anywhere around the world. See, so taking that bread to get a house or property or to build and shit is like one that gathered himself stones for the tomb of his burial. So you're digging your own grave, literally, a dead pledge, a death, a pledge of death, okay? Because you will be undoubtedly destroyed. Thus saith Yahweh Shem Yahushua. It says in Micah 2:10, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with a sore destruction. So the destruction you're going to catch, the end is going to be bitter. You will meet a bitter end, and scriptures talk about that they will know it by death, by pain, an excruciating, torturous end. Okay? That's why Most High told us to arise and depart, not just spiritually and mentally removed from the wickedness and the mentality of this place, but also physically in the form of not bouncing out of our places where we're stationed at. That means to not be trying to build up shit here, man, and have anything that's not anything that's not temporary. For example, a home, as opposed to renting, man. Because when you rent, you're paying for the next month. Okay, you're paying for that month that you're going to post up as you go, pretty much. All right. The only other best thing is buying the shit outright, but the Esau don't allow you to do that shit. You have to go through his whole mortgage based system. All right. But that departing is being prepared to it's also, it's physical in the sense of being prepared and being able to bounce the fuck out at any moment. And you cannot be in that position if you have a home. Okay, brothers go into this quote that says, you should not be attached to anything. You should not have anything in your life that you cannot leave in 10 seconds or less. Okay? Because the Most High is getting ready to destroy this place in a very unique way, in a very strange way, in a very torturous, fucking calamitous, all-out hell fashion. Hell on every fucking side, all kind of various diverse judgments going down on this fucking planet, man, all at once. And we need to be ready to flee. Okay. It says Matthew 6. Actually, let's get this first. This is Amos 6:1. Woe to them that are at ease in Zion, and trust in the mountain of Samaria, which are named chief of the nations, to whom the house of Israel came. Okay? So, the chief of the nations, first of all, woe to them that are at ease in Zion. Okay? And trust in the mountain of Samaria, which are named chief of the nations. So, woe to them that are at ease, period. Okay? And primarily here in Samaria, where's the top nation touted? Who's touted as the top nation? America, man. Fucking America, this godforsaken nation. So you can interchange that with America. Woe to them that are at ease in America, and having a home, a nest egg, a house is ease, is being at ease. It's being settled on your lees. It's pretty much accepting the wickedness of this place, man. You're accepting the fucking this system, man. All right, participating in this system, and you're fucking you're establishing rest for yourself. Okay? When you have a fucking home, you're really attached to this fucking place, man. When the Most High says he's about to, the parting asunder of times is about to go down. So to speak, the world, the age is about to be fucking done away with. Okay? Jumping down to the 3rd verse, it says, ye that put far away the evil day, cause the seat of violence to come near. So, you being all comfortable in your crib, okay, is gonna get you fucking destroyed. It's gonna get you caught with your pants down, man, because you're not expecting it to come, and you actually have attachments. You actually have tie downs here, man. And fucking you're fastened to this bitch. That's how you're putting far away the evil day. A motherfucker with a crib here in America, with a home, with a house and a mortgage, you pretty much fucking signed your life over to America and to Satan, okay? And you're putting off the evil day, okay? But look what you did. You're actually causing your death and destruction to come quicker. You're bringing the judgment to you. Just like it says, you're gathering stones for the tomb of your own fucking burial. And death to you. Destruction to you. As it says in the scriptures, man. We count you our enemies. We fucking hate you. Because in turn, a motherfucker with a mortgage and a home here in Babylon or extended out to the other nations, man, you hate the Most High. And we in turn, we hate you, count you our enemies, and pray and petition for your destruction. Matthew 6:19 says, lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust doth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. So it's telling us to not lay up any type of treasures or attachments to this world, to this earth, okay? And fucking primarily America, which the fate of this place is far worse than any other land of inhabitants in the face of the earth in the history of mankind. Okay? America is going to be a perpetual burning, a perpetual lake of fire. So how the fuck do you look like building up a nest egg in a place that's about to be goddamn Gehenna, okay? Where moth and rust doth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. So you don't even have assurance and security that that house that you fucking pledged your life to. God damn. You're only supposed to pledge your life to the Most High, man. Pledge allegiance to the Heavenly Father. But that mortgage you just signed your fucking life over for, you don't even have assurance and security that it can be kept intact and that it can be kept secure. And that you can't even, that you can't and won't be put to death inside of it. And it get raided and it get destroyed. Look at a lot of these pads in other places, because we're in SoCal. We don't fucking go through that shit. Look at these tornadoes and hey, the fires burning these fucking pads up. You don't even have assurance of that. And fucking goddamn termites. Termites could eat your shit up. You know? Rodents and all kind of shit. You know? Something that's temporary as fuck and fleeting. And that is about to be fucking destroyed, man. It says, but what? But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust doth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. My God, that's right. So it just told us, exhorted us to lay up for ourselves treasures in heaven, man. That means to be meditating in our spirit and mind stayed on things of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. That means going through an assessment before every action that we take to ask ourselves, is this acceptable in the eyes of the Most High as it pertains to the scriptures, to his word? Okay? That's laying for yourselves up treasures in heaven. It says, where neither moth nor rust does corrupt, where thieves do not break through and steal. Okay? Because when and that also those treasures that you're laying up in heaven is meditating on the kingdom and doing your due diligence to get to the kingdom, man. Straight up. Because by doing that, right? Because it says you shall never fail if you do these things, right? And you're making your calling and election sure by doing these things, right? By doing that, you're sealing your position in the kingdom, which in turn is sealing your position in eternal heaven, in eternal paradise. Kainos, man. It's pretty much you're sealing, just as these motherfuckers sealed their fate by getting the mortgage, that death pledge. You're sealing your fate in the heavens to occupy paradise eternally as the first fruits. All right, that nothing could be nothing can touch that. Nothing. It can't be affected by anything mortal. It can't be affected by anything carnal. Okay? It's because it says, for where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. So, when your treasure here, you fucking lay up your treasure here and build up your nest egg and your mortgage. You get a fucking mortgage here and on this side, which we know egg coin as the left side of life, right? Which is hell. When you lay up your treasures here is where you're gonna stay. Here is where your heart is, and your mind and your spirit, man, it's dwelling in hell, and thus you will be destroyed in it. Okay? But your mind and your treasure, your spirit dwelling in the kingdom, stashed in the kingdom, that's where our heart and that's where our mind is going to be dwelt upon, man. There, and therefore that's what we're going to perform and conduct ourselves as such. That's the conduct we're going to have, man. All right? That is the solace to show you, to pretty much to give you comfort in us, the men of the Lord, primarily here at Great Millstone, shunning and pretty much refraining from a life of opulence and luxury, when we might have plenty numerous opportunities to get up in this fucking place, man, to get a goddamn mortgage, to get a crib, you know, to get certain investment opportunities, right? Offers and opportunities to join startups, right? stake in companies to come up, man. In this life, we have fucking put all that shit the fuck off to stash our treasures in the kingdom. And the solace is that we're gonna inherit an eternal weight of glory, man. Okay? An eternal treasure. Okay? Which is which is insane, because when you think about getting a little house here, or even a fucking mansion, man, even a fucking a chateau, a castle. There's a spot, a castle called Chateau de Lombard over there in somewhere in France. It's like, I used to scope that out and have it on my fucking screensaver, right? Before coming into this truth, like, because Jake was all into, investment brokerage and shit. Thought he was gonna, come into M's, man. Come into them M's, come into millions. And that was the castle that Jake was gonna cop, right? Even a fucking castle here, a chateau. It pales into comparison what we're gonna have in the kingdom, man. My God, literally all the riches and wealth on the earth, we are gonna obtain that and more. What our minds can't even fathom. All right. So to hell with this goddamn place and a fucking mortgage, and may the Most High destroy all these motherfuckers that are bound by that, man, that are attached to this place. All right. In the scriptures, it outlines everything, man. Everything is outlined in the scriptures, man. Even mortgage. And you stupid fucking people who've created your nest egg here in hell, and primarily in Babylon, man. So with that, all praises to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai Bahashim Rakah Kadash. Shalom.